let's proceed to the toms. Okay, let's find where there are some toms. Okay, so these are the toms right here. I'm gonna loop play this. Okay, so as always there is a Slate digital virtual channel. I'm going to skip this really fast. Then there is the T-Rex 81 EQ. I'm not boosting any of the low frequencies. As you can see, there are too many low frequencies on the tom already. I removed by 7.4 dB the frequency around 390 Hertz, and I also removed 3.8 dB on the 2.2 kilohertz area, which I don't like on the toms either. And I'm boosting the frequencies below 10K, about 7.5 dB. Again, the preamp is set to mic, and I'm using the low cut filter, and I'm filtering the frequencies below 47 Hertz. So let's hear before and after. And after. Before. And after. Okay, really nice. The next plugin I'm using is an SPL Transient Designer, really awesome plugin. I'm using this in order to remove some of the sustain from the toms, because the toms have too much sustain and it maddens the mix. And because removing that much sustain might make you have losses on the attack as well, so I boosted the attack a little bit as well. Let's hear before and after. Before. So the change you're going to notice is on the sustain of the toms. And after. So you can hear that the toms are shorter with the Transient Designer on. And let's proceed to the V-comp that I'm using on the toms. These are the settings that I've done. Let's hear before and after. And after. Okay, so the compressor makes the tom sound fatter and huge, and at the end, as always, there is an L1 limiter with the out ceiling below 0. Okay, so then there is the hi-hat with Slate digital virtual channel on. And on this EQ, on the hi-hat, I actually haven't done any changes at all. I am just using the preamp of this EQ, as you can see. Just loading the EQ with the preamp set to mic, it does make a difference, and it gives some harmonic content to the sound. It's really hard to hear, it's really subtle, but let's hear the before and after of that. Okay, wait, I have to find a point where there is some hi-hat. Okay, there is hi-hat right here. Okay, so let's hear the before and after of the preamp of this EQ. Before and after. Okay, so the changes are really subtle. There is some changes on the low end and on the high end. They're really subtle, but it gives an analog warmth to your sound. Okay, and finally, the final track is the overhead channel, on which I've loaded again the Slate Digital Virtual Channel and the T-Rex EQ81. Again, on this one I haven't done any changes. I just set the preamp to mic, and I've actually filtered the frequencies below 47 Hz. I'm not going to do them before and after comparison. You've heard it on the hi-hat. Okay, and now let's proceed to the transient designer. And the reason I am using a transient designer on the cymbals is because in post-hardcore, because I'm mixing post-hardcore, I've created a parallel compression bus, which is this one right here, on which I've loaded a compressor and I'm compressing the shit out of everything. So if I send the overheads and the cymbals to this bus without removing some of the sustain, it's going to sound like hell. So I removed some of the sustain on the actual overhead track, which is actually not lost because it comes back again on the parallel compression bus that I'm going to show you in a moment. So let's hear the before and after on the cymbals with the transient designer. Okay, let's hear the after. Before. And after. So, I really like the change it does to the cymbals. It doesn't make them sound fake. It doesn't make them sound like they are lacking sustain. It just makes them sound more controlled to me, and this helps me a lot when I send them to the parallel compression bus.